All right. So before we get into this energy, I want to make something clear. This week is a cosmic line in the sand moment. We're not being asked to float, to vibe, or blindly trust. We're literally being pushed into a raw, unavoidable decision point that has consequences. And spirit is separating the people who are ready to evolve from the ones who are still spiritually looping. No, you're not being punished. You're literally just being called out of your survival identity and into divine maturity. And that's not gentle. That's not soft at all, but it's real. So this week has a lot of layered energy. It's karmic, it's nostalgic, it's relational, and it's spiritual. This reading isn't meant to make you feel better. It's meant to make you aware because awareness is the first act of spiritual power. So spirit is drawing a line. And if you're feeling like everything is testing you all at once, then that's because it is. It's not bad luck. It's divine intervention because you're being shown what you cannot carry anymore, what you can't tolerate anymore, what you can't keep feeding without starving your own spirit. So, this is the moment where we all stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start asking, why am I still choosing this? Because I promise you, spirit is making this shit uncomfortable on purpose for all of us, including me. And this is the confrontation before the breakthrough. This is the discomfort that turns to destiny. So let's talk about what the energy is revealing. And trust me, spirit isn't whispering, they're screaming. I feel like I need something. You tried to fight, but you my brain is racing for my heart is racing for clarity. What is going on, y'all? It's Santana, better known as Aubrey, when I'm doing these more personal, collective, zodiac style, one-on-one type of reads. Y'all already know how this shit goes. I'm here to give y'all an update for this week. And like I said in the intro, the energy this week is not playing fair at all. It's dragging all of us. It has already started dragging me. And I'm literally having to fight through the energies and work through what the fuck I need to work through because I got bills, rent is motherfucking due. Okay, I got videos to put up. I got goals that I'm trying to hit by the end of the summer. I got shit going on. You understand? And so we can't just sit and let this energy take over all of us. And I figured why not do a reading where I can help y'all out because if I'm going through it, I know damn well it's somebody else out there going through it. So just stay tuned because we're gonna get into all of it. And yeah, okay. So first things first, listen, let's be real. Y'all are tired. Tired. Okay. And when I say tired, I'm not just talking physically, but emotionally, spiritually, like psychically drained. Okay. And it's not just life, it's the loop that you're stuck in. You're fighting so hard for shit that isn't even aligned anymore. Still watering connections that haven't shown you any signs of life. Still waiting on people who keep showing you that they're unavailable, right? Still calling it faith when reality is fear. Fear of being wrong. Fear of starting over. Fear of letting go of something that you built your identity around. This is the karmic pattern because staying in cycles past their expiration date and dressing it up as loyalty is killing your growth. I talk about it all the time. It's like expired milk. We got to throw that shit out. You keep trying to convince yourself that if you just hold on a little bit longer, the energy might shift. And the truth is, the energy might have already shifted. That shift that you was waiting on, it might have already came, and maybe you just ignored it. Spilling this spirit is pulling receipts this week, right? That friend that you keep giving grace to, who's always let you down. Maybe that lover, twin flame, soulmate, no contact, who pops in and out when it's convenient. That job that you keep settling for because it's secure, even though it's draining your soul. The pattern is the same. You're the one holding on. It's going to look different for everybody. Okay. It's going to look different for everybody. Some people are stuck in a divine loop of love. Some people are stuck in a divine loop of money, of career changes, of friendship situations. It's going to look different, but regardless, the pattern is the same. You are the one holding on. And deep down, you know it's done. But you keep looping because you've confused closure with clarity. You think if you just understood why it ended, then maybe it'd be easier. But no, sometimes the understanding comes after you leave, not before. Spirit isn't trying to punish you, Spirit is trying to free you. But you cannot be freed from something or someone you're still trying to fix. This is the week to stop romanticizing the struggle, to stop glamorizing potential, and to stop saying that maybe when your soul is screaming no. You're allowed to be exhausted. But what you're not allowed to do is stay there. So relationships as the mirror of your evolution. If you keep giving the ghost, you block what's living, right? This week's relational energy is very thick. Love is definitely in the air. Okay. And why? Because, well, spirit is showing you the real reason that you're stuck. And spoiler alert, it's not just about them, it's about who you become when they show up. You still carry wounds from love that never arrived the way that it promised you that it would. You still carry projections of what you thought they were. And now you're trying to build future bonds on broken blueprints. And there's new energy circling, maybe a new soul bond, a new soul contract, a new dynamic. And it's everything that you asked for. But you're guarded, hesitant, suspicious. Why? Because you've been loving people who never loved you in your language. And now you don't trust love to show up real. So this week, don't be shocked if the past knocks, not to reunite, but to remind you of who you used to be. And you might dream about them. Maybe you stumble across an old message. Maybe you hear a song. Maybe you get that intuitive ping. And it's not a test from spirit, it's a test from you. Are you still the same version of you who tolerated breadcrumbs, who waited for text, who begged the cards and tarot readers for signs? Or are you ready to be the version who knows that love shouldn't feel like spiritual gymnastics? Literally. Look on YouTube, look on TikTok. How many tarot readers do you see that, make a killing off of doing love readings, twin flame readings, no contact readings, and, everybody sitting there hoping and waiting and begging for a person to come back and choose them? What about choosing yourself? Because that's what it's about. This new connection, it can't come in while you're still energetically playing host to the ghost of an old dynamic. The love is real. The love that you want is very much real, but it needs real space. You're not waiting on love. Love is waiting on you. So you have to let go of the energetic clutter. Release the expectation that closure has to come from a conversation and stop giving relationship access to people who only have showed up in your memory. Now let's zoom out, way out, because there's a spiritual death going on here, right? Surrender isn't passivity or passivity. I don't know how to say that word, but I guess one of those two. But it's not passivity, it's power, right? The pressure that you're under, that spiritual labor. You're birthing a new version of yourself, and it's loud, it's raw, it's disruptive. Nothing feels certain because everything is shifting. You ask for change. Well, this is it. It just doesn't look how you expect it because it's not calm, it's not organized, it's not Pinterest aesthetic spiritual awakening. It's messy, it's painful, it's lonely, but it's also sacred. This is a week you're going to feel the urge to isolate, to unplug, to get quiet. Honor that. You're not avoiding life. You're being pulled into realignment. You're shedding identities that no longer fit. The caretaker, the overachiever, the strong friend, the forever single girl who pretends that she's unbothered while secretly praying and wishing that somebody would come in and make it all better and make it all okay, right? Maybe you're the healer who never asks for help. And spirit is saying you don't have to hold it all in anymore. This is your ego death. Your nervous system is learning that safety can exist after the letting go, that you could be powerful without performing, that you could be supported without explaining. This is the week to get honest about what you are still forcing, but to remember, true surrender isn't weak. It's literally the strongest thing that you could do, actually. Put the sword down, unclench your jaw, stop chasing what already has your name on it because you're not being punished. You're being prepared. So the blessing is active. If you choose peace, then you choose power. But let's not forget, you're not being dragged for nothing. Like, this is the breakdown before the breakthrough. And again, I have to state it again. I am literally going through this in real time as well, baby. Okay. all the people that I'm talking about that go and look at the tarot readings and oh my God, no contact and twin flame. I've been there. I've been there. I know what it's like to be on a twin flame dynamic journey. I know what it's like to have a divine partner, and then you meet, and then you go through a spiritual awakening, and then you two break apart, and then all of these weird things start happening in your life, but it actually elevates your life in a weird type of way. And then there's this forever pull to this person, even if you don't speak. They pop in, they pop out, but they're never there for a long time, maybe just a good time, but they ain't there. Okay. And then you just forever have this soul tie to them, knowing that one day maybe it'll be, maybe one day it won't. You try to shake them, but you can't. Every person that you date reminds you of them. You see all of these angel numbers and synchronicities and all of these different things, like sometimes actual fucking messages that might come through, or messages through songs and lyrics. And then it's like you try to remain detached, but the universe is throwing all of these symbolism shits in your face to keep you attached. Like, I understand all of that. I understand all of that. I get it. And as of the last couple of weeks, it's been hard on a lot of people because a lot of unions are happening. A lot of people are merging together, but all throughout, whether it was the beginning, the middle, or now, the message still remains the same. You have to choose you. Because again, this is the breakdown before the breakthrough. The blessing is here, not in the future, not one day, but now. You just have to be in position to catch it. And that's the thing. A lot of y'all are still stuck at the station Spirit told you to leave 3 fucking exits ago. You're still refreshing the wrong inbox, still hoping for the apology, still trying to manifest from a place of lack. The blessing is waiting at your next level, but you're busy having a meltdown at the threshold. This week, the energy is saying, let go so that you can receive. You asked for peace, but are you willing to protect it? You asked for love, but are you willing to stop settling? Because you asked for purpose and on purpose, but are you willing to sacrifice the distractions? Because the blessing isn't just a gift, it's an invitation to align, to show up, to act like what you prayed for is already yours. So stop thinking that you have to be quote unquote ready. You are. What you need is to decide. Say yes to your new timeline. Say yes to peace that doesn't need proof. Say yes to power that doesn't ask for permission, because the blessing is active. Your only job is to catch it. So it's time for you to step into your power. Because if you're still listening, you're not here by accident. You know what this is. You don't need another free reading on TikTok or YouTube, hoping that your favorite reader comes and posts the zodiac, and then you can get some messages from it. Try to take what resonates and leave what does. Listen, you don't need a fucking roadmap. Book the full alignment reading, okay? Not a quickie, not a sampler, but the full thing. 30 minutes of raw, intuitive, channel, prophetic clarity, astrology, spirit, strategy. This isn't about knowing your chart. It's about decoding your assignment, finding your timing, unlocking your favor, because you know you're gifted. You know you're meant for more. Hell, all the shit that you've gone through, I mean, it better be worth something, right? You know you're called, but are you willing to act like it? Some of y'all will go out there and y'all will spend $333 on a hotel weekend that feeds your escapism, or you'll spend $800 on Beyonce tickets, but not the 333 on the one session that could shift your entire life. We spend 300 on Beyonce tickets, but not 300 on what Beyonce has done to become Beyonce. We got to make that make sense. You say you want alignment, show it. Beyonce isn't rich because she just vibes high. No, she studies her transits. She strategizes her timing. She doesn't guess, she knows. And the only difference between you and her is that she's invested in knowing who the fuck she is. So book your full alignment reading at thealigningsouls.com. Not later, not when rent's paid. No, girl, now. Because this message wasn't just confirmation, it was a crossroads. And so the next move is yours. And spirit is literally waiting to show off through you. Tell me what you want.